125 years ago, right here on Vine Street, 30 Jesus followers committed themselves to the vision of pointing people to Jesus and building authentic community. They devoted themselves to the mission of God, and they began to feel within them a spirit that said, ask the question, what's next? And God responded, I believe, with a bold answer, that next is now. And the mission of God continued to move forward. Just 5 years later, they purchased the property on 3rd and Indianapolis to continue to reach people, to point them to Jesus. And like all movements of God, there always comes obstacles. In 1921, a tragic fire destroyed the church, but it did not destroy their faith. In 5 months, the church was rebuilt because they were committed to looking into the future, believing that next was now. For 62 years, God used the facilities on 3rd and Indianapolis to expand the kingdom. But within the people was a belief, a bold faith that would fuel bold action to believe that God could do even more. So 9 acres was purchased on 311 Myers Street, believing that once again, next was now. In 2014, Seymour First Church of the Nazarene became The Point. The name changed, but the heart never did. The mission remained the same, to point people to Jesus and connect with each other. And as the world changed, God's people caught a renewed vision to reach more people in relevant and meaningful ways. The Point was born out of mission, focus, and momentum. Hundreds encountered Jesus in person and online. And once again, we press forward, believing that next is now. In 2023, a new season began. A focused vision to see the kingdom of God double in size at The Point. It was a bold belief that God was just getting started. A belief that one encounter with Jesus changes everything. In 2025, 71 people declared Jesus as King and were baptized. 207 people came through the doors for the first time. 187 new kids were checked in, and 283 people served the mission of God. And now here we stand in 2026. We have experienced incredible growth, and we have also learned that we must keep changing in order to keep growing. In order for more people to connect to one another and to God, we must create more room for connection now. To reach more families, we will need to create room for them to connect, create an awareness that ministry to their kids is vitally important. To open their eyes to the truth that one encounter with Jesus changes everything. We still believe that the world can't afford to wait. Their eternal future is too important. And we carry a legacy of faith, a legacy of bold obedience handed to us, and before us is a future filled with incredible potential. We continue to exist to point people to Jesus and connect with each other. But if we don't have enough room to connect with Jesus and each other, then we are violating our mission. We are unable to be who God has called us to be, because God's mission has never stopped moving forward. I'm reminded of the words of the prophet Isaiah, who reminded the people of God that God is always doing new things. See, I'm doing a new thing, it says. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Just like those who came before us, we look ahead, trusting that God is doing a new thing, and that our faith requires us to take action, holding the same belief in our hearts that next is now. And Next is Now is a 2-year mission focus to position our church to point more people to Jesus and to connect more deeply with one another. We will expand our connection space, creating room for authentic community and support for young families. We will invest in Point Kids, placing them front and center, because when you walk into our spaces, you should immediately know that we deeply value the next generation. Safer, simpler check-in, engaging, purpose-built ministry environments. From the moment you see our facility to the moment we gather in worship, every space will move the mission forward. The same mission that lived in the hearts of 30 people over a century ago is a mission that is still alive and well right here and right now in you and me. A spirit within us that still stirs us to courage, that still calls us to bold obedience, that still whispers a powerful truth in each of us, that next starts with me and next starts with you, because next is now at The Point.